So the next concept is low Earth orbits. Why LEO is gaining uh, importance? Low Earth orbit satellites. Why these are gaining importance? So we in this diagram here, above the Earth we have low Earth orbit and medium Earth orbit and geostationary Earth orbits. So these are like onion rings above the Earth. So low Earth orbit, it sits at the maybe um, uh, 500 to 2000 kilometer. It sits at 2000 kilometers, and then the medium Earth orbit, it sits at to 20,000 to 20,000 kilometers, and then geostationary Earth orbit, it sits at 35,786 kilometer. So every satellite has the advantages and disadvantages of its own, but low Earth orbits is the winner when compared to the other geostationary or medium Earth orbits. Why? Because here goes the reasons that low latency advantages it has. So geostationary, as it sits far above the Earth, it has a latency of 500 millisecond, which is at high altitude. You'll understand why latency plays an important role, because we have many uh, critical things that needs to be addressed, like self-driving cars. Like 500 milliseconds of latency is a crash, is counted as a crash, or the doctor performing surgery online with the help of internet. 500 millisecond is that that is not less latency, that is like a near death experience. So LEO satellite, it sits above 500 to 2000 kilometer. So it has 20 to 35 millisecond, which is fast, which is like a revolution. Like it can react, we can react uh, very quickly, and very critical things can be addressed very fast. So like and when it comes to latency, 90% of latency reduction is enabled in the real-time application, and it is critical for gaming, video calls, and autonomous vehicles, and superior global coverage. So when it comes to global coverage, low Earth orbits, going forward in the slides, it has a constellation, like it covers the polar, Arctic, Antarctic places as well, dead zones, oceans, mountains. It forms a constellation, like like a swarm of bees. It forms um, a web-like structure above the Earth, so that no dead zones are present for the network. So that is one important thing, because satellites, low Earth orbit satellites, for example, if I take Starlink, unlike traditional satellites, now the satellites are really very small in structure, um, and they can form a constellation and without making any dead zones for network or data. Cost and technology, yeah, the same thing which I'm talking right now. Cost and technology, Starlink, as we see, the same rockets which are used for launching the satellites, the same can be reused. Like we use aeroplanes, like, right, plane we use to travel from one place to one destination to other destination. Like it is like same thing, using the same plane for traveling, like using the same rocket to launch the satellites. Unlike traditional satellites, now the satellites are uh, not huge like buses. They are in a small in size right now, and cost and technology, like it has improved a lot because of these changes. And when we produce the same size satellite, or the same kind of a satellite, that is low Earth orbit satellite, the mass production will also bring down the value of the things. Like we have smartphones now, unlike in the olden times, like owning a smartphone was like it was like a rich thing. Now the smartphones are produced in such a bulk manner that affording a smartphone is very easy right now.